Welcome my dear students. In previous lecture we discussed about what are the basic terminologies as per the National Building Code. In that we discussed about the what is access, what is alteration, what is approved balcony, basement or cellar, what is building height in this as per the National Building Code, what is building line, what is carpet area, what is chajja, what is choke or courtyard, okay, what is the covered area, also the what is detached building, what is the rule for detached building, what is the floor area ratio, that is we called it as FAR, okay. Floor area ratio means the total covered area of the floors upon plot area, okay. And then we discuss about the drainage and group open space, okay. In previous lecture we discussed about all these terms, but now in this lecture we will discuss the next terms related to the National Building Code, okay. The next is habitable room. So what is the habitable room? A habitable room is the room where which is habit for the study, living, sleeping, eating, kitchen. Means it is the one or more persons for the study, living, sleeping, eating or in kitchen. If it is used as a living room but not included in bathrooms, in water, the closet compartments, laundries, serving and store pantries, corridors, okay. These space are not used frequently or during the extended periods. Okay, what is the habitable room? Habitable means it's the habit of the room that we one or more person which is used that room for the study, for the living, for the sleeping, for the eating. Okay, that is called as the habitable room. Okay, you can see here this is image kitchen and laundry. Kitchen is attached with the laundry, living, bedrooms, okay. The next part is the loft. So what is loft? In Marathi we called it as the potmala, okay. So what is loft? Loft means it is a structure which is providing intermediate storage space in between the two floors with a maximum height of 1.5 meter without having a permanent access, okay. You can see here this is called as a loft. The height is 1.5 meter, okay, without having the permanent access. You can see this is a ladder, okay. So this is called as a loft. The next is mezzanine floor. So what is the mezzanine floor? It means it is the intermediate floor between the two floors of any story which is forming an integral part of floor below, okay. It is the intermediate floor between the two floors. It's called as a mezzanine floor, okay. The next part is the open space. So open space, we all know what is the open space. It is an area which is forming an integral part of the plot which is left open to the sky, okay. But note that the open space shall be the minimum distance which is measured between the front, rear and side of the building and the respective plot boundaries, okay. The open space shall be the minimum distance which is measured between the front margin, rear margin and side of the building, okay. So in that open space there is also open space front, open space rear, open space side, okay. So there are some rules regarding the minimum distance in front, minimum distance in rear means back side, minimum distance inside of the plot, okay. If the open space which is having a area 570 square meter or above, a two-story structure having the built-up area which is equal to the 15% of open space shall be permitted, out of which 10% built-up area shall be allotted on ground floor and 5% on first floor for the purpose of a gymnasium or other activities, okay. म्हणजे जर का 507 स्क्वेअर मीटरचा एरिया अवेलेबल असेल ओपन स्पेसचा, तर टू स्टोरी स्ट्रक्चरसाठी काय असेल, बिल्टअप एरियाच्या इक्वल किती असणार, 15% एरिया तुम्हाला ओपन स्पेस सोडावा लागेल. त्यातल्या 10% तुम्ही खाली ग्राउंड फ्लोअरसाठी सोडू शकता आणि 5% वरती फर्स्ट फ्लोअरसाठी सोडू शकता, ओके. ऑल्सो द नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज द शेप अँड द लोकेशन ऑफ सच ओपन स्पेस शॅल बी सच दॅट इट कॅन बी प्रॉपरली युटिलाइज्ड ॲज अ प्लेग्राउंड, ओके. The minimum dimension of such recreational spaces shall not be less than 7.5 meter. if the average width of such recreational space is less than 24 meter. ओके ॲव्हरेज विड्थच्या 2.5 टाइम्स ती एक्सिड नाही व्हायला पाहिजे त्याची लेंथ विड्थच्या 2.5 टाइम्स लेंथ एक्सिड नाही व्हायला पाहिजे म्हणजे जर का स्पेस लेस दॅन 24 मीटर असेल ना म्हणजे ॲव्हरेज विड्थ जर का 24 मीटर असेल ना तर त्याची जी लेंथ आहे ती 7.5 मीटरपेक्षा कमी नाही पाहिजे. ओके दिस इज द सेकंड रूल ऑफ दी ओपन स्पेस. आणि जर का सब डिव्हिजन लँड असेल ओके त्याचा एरिया जर 4000 स्क्वेअर मीटर किंवा त्यापेक्षा जास्त असेल देन वी हॅव टू 10% प्लॉट एरिया शॅल बी रिझर्व फॉर दिस रिक्रिएशन ऑफ द स्पेस. ओके बट इट शुड नॉट बी लेस दॅन द 200 स्क्वेअर मीटर. 4000 स्क्वेअर मीटरचा जर एरिया असेल त्याच्यामध्ये ओपन स्पेस 200 स्क्वेअर मीटरपेक्षा कमी नाही पाहिजे. ओके बरं सपोज जर का ओपन स्पेस हा बिल्डिंगला प्रोव्हाइड केलेला नसेल किंवा त्यासाठी जागाच नसेल तर तुम्ही 5 मीटरची तरी मिनिमम विड्थ ठेवायला पाहिजे. ओके दॅट इज द रूल ऑफ द ओपन स्पेस ऑल्सो. अनदर रूल ऑफ द ओपन स्पेस. ठीक आहे आता ओपन स्पेस फ्रंट म्हणजे काय तर ओपन स्पेस फ्रंट means an open space at the front side of a plot between the building line and front boundary of the plot. Okay open space front means what it is a front side of a plot between the building line and front boundary of the plot. Next is the open space rear. Open space rear means what a rear of a plot between the rear of the building and the rear boundary of the plot. Okay and the last is open space side. What is open space side? An open space across the side of the plot between the side of the building and the side boundary of the plot. Okay that is called as the open space side. The next is owner. So what is the meaning of the owner? Owner means the owner of the plot or owner of the building. So what is the role of the owner of the building in the NBC? That is the person or a body which is having a legal interest in land or a building is known as a owner. Okay what is owner? The person or a body which is having the legal interest in land is known as a owner. But this includes the freeholders, leaseholders. Lease means in rent. Leaseholders or those holding a sublease which both a legal right to occupation and gives rise to the liabilities in respect of safety or building conditions. Okay if in case of the lease or the sublease holders as far as ownership with respect to the structure is concerned, the structure of a flat or a structure on a plot belongs to the allocate or lease till the allotment subsists. Okay the next part is the parapet. We all know what is the parapet wall. Okay it is a low wall or railing built along the edge of the roof or the floor. It is called as a parapet wall. You can see here this is a parapet wall. Okay the next part is this parking space. In Pune the parking space is very big issue okay in many cities. So what are the rules for the parking space? An area which is enclosed or unenclosed which is covered or open sufficient in size to park vehicles together with a driveway connecting the parking space with a street and permitting the ingress and egress of the vehicles. Okay what is the parking space means? Which is the area of the enclosed or the unenclosed which is covered or open or sufficient in size of the park vehicle. This is called as a parking space. The next part is plinth area. We all know what is the plinth area. Plinth area means what? The built up covered area which is measured at the floor level of the basement or any story. You can see here this is all we call that plinth area with walls. Okay the next part is porch. Actually everyone loves porch but what is the real meaning of the porch is a covered structure which is supported on pillars else for the purpose of pedestrians or vehicular approach to a building. Okay you can see here this is a porch which is used for the vehicular approaches and pedestrians. The next part is row housing. So what is the row housing? Row housing means it is a similar type of a bungalow, similar type of a building or similar type of a room, and every room is attached to each other. There is only one common wall, okay, between them. A row of a building with only front, rear and interior open space where applicable, that is called as a row housing. The next is semi-detached building. So what is the semi-detached building? A building which detach on three sides. Okay, detach, not attach. Okay, the building which is detached on three sides is called as a semi-detached building. The next is the service road or the lane. We all know what is the service road. A road or a lane which is provided the adjacent to a plot for access or service purpose, as in the case maybe. Okay, if in there is emergency case or is there is a case where you have to go outside the road or outside the main road, then that the service road is provided. Okay, for the petrol pumps, for the hotels. Okay, the service road is very much efficient or very much essential for the main highways or main roads. Okay. The next part is the setback line. You can see here a street side setback, side setback, front setback, okay, rear setback. So what is the basically meaning of the setback? A line which is usually parallel to the plot boundaries and laid down in each case by the authority beyond which nothing can be constructed towards the plot boundaries. Okay, a line usually parallel to the plot boundaries and laid down in each case by the authority. Okay, which is, you can see here, this is parallel to the plot boundary, this is parallel to the plot boundary, this is parallel to the plot boundary. Okay, that is called as setback line. The next part is the site or the plot. We know what is the site or what is the plot. Plot means it is a piece, or we call it as a parcel. It is a piece or a parcel of land which is enclosed by definite boundaries. Okay. The next part is the site or the corner. We said that the site, corner site means what? A site at the junction of and fronting on two or more intersecting streets. You can see here, this is a corner site. Okay, which at the junction, which at the junction and of the fronting on two or more intersecting streets. Here is a street, here is a street, here is a street. Okay, that is called as the side corner. The next is stair cover, or we called it as the mumty, M-U-M-T-Y. Okay, it is called as a mumty. So what is the stair cover? You can see here a structure with a roof over a staircase and is slanting built to the enclose only the stairs for the purpose of providing the protection from weather and not used for human habitation. Means staircase वरती आपण बघा टोपी करतो, राईट, ॲट द एंड ऑफ द स्टेअरकेस इन स्टेरेस. ओके, सो त्याचा पर्पज काय असतो? स्टेअर कवर का करतात? बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रोटेक्शन फ्रॉम द वेदर, बट इट इज नॉट यूज फॉर द ह्युमन हॅबिटेशन. ओके, it is called as a stair cover. The next part is the street. Okay, so basically the main purpose of the street is for the access for the highways, to the street, lane, pathways. Okay, stairways, passageways, carriageways, footways, square. Okay, whether thoroughfare or not, over which the public has right of passage or access, or has passed and had access for a specified period. Okay, it includes what the street includes. It includes all burns, channels, ditches, storm water drains, culverts. Storm water drains means पावसाचं पाणी जाण्यासाठी जे ड्रेन यूज करतात ते. Culverts, sidewalks, traffic ice lines, roadside trees. Okay, retaining walls. These are included with the street lines. Okay, that is called as a street, which is mainly used for the access of the passengers, for the highway, street lane, or access of the vehicles. Okay, the next part is the street lines. You can see that the street lines in highway road, Okay. So what the street line indicates? The line defining the side limits of a street. Okay. There is a overtake side line also there. There is a speed line also there. There is a turning line also there. Okay. It is called as a street line. The next part is to abut. So what is to abut? To abut means it is on a street boundary. You can see here, this is on a street boundary such that any portion of the building is on the road boundary. You can see here, this is a property of the building. Okay. So in this area, this is a street boundary and this building's property is on the road boundary. Okay, this is the road boundary and this building property is on the road boundary. That is called as a to abut. And the last part is the volume to plot area ratio. We called it as a VPR. What is the volume to plot area ratio? The ratio of the volume of a building which is measured in cubic meters to the area of the plot which is measured in square meters and expressed in meters. Once again, see what is the volume to plot area ratio? The ratio of the volume of the building measured in cubic meter, okay, or the meter cube. Volume of the building which is measured in meter cube to the area of the plot which is measured in square meter or meter square and which is expressed in meters. That is called as a volume to plot area ratio. Okay. So here we discuss about all the points or all the necessary things or the basic terminologies which is used as per the NBC. Okay. So in the next lecture we will discuss about the requirement of the sites. We will discuss about the what are the rear open space, what are the side open space, what is the front open space, what are the means of axis. Okay, what is the width of the means of axis? Means if the axis is 6 meter, then the length of the mean axis should be 75 meter. Okay, so likewise all the dimensions we will discuss in the next lecture. I am uploading this lecture on your WhatsApp group and also on a Google Classroom. If you have any doubts regarding this lecture or any term or any word that you don't understand, please ask me on Google Classroom or on WhatsApp group. Okay. See you in next lecture. Have a good day.